So it's really not that difficult to create. So all we're gonna be needing is a Nivea lip balm. You can find this on the internet. Anywhere, just search for Nivea lip balm and get. So the first thing we're gonna be doing is create a new solid. This solid is gonna be close to the color of the lip balm body color, like the packaging. So this is what we have. We're going to bring in the lip balm and we scale it down. We align this to the center. Okay. I think we're gonna make a little color adjustment to the background. So we go to layers, solid settings, and we try to pick the color. I think we're going to make this a little lighter for contrast. Um, so the next thing we're going to be doing is import um our different shapes, like our divided shapes. I have I have this shape I made with Adobe Illustrator. So I'm going to import it. I'm going to import it. These are my settings, document size, and then we bring it here. So what we're going to do is we open it up and we copy all of this and we go back to the main composition and we paste it there. I'm going to delete the main one now. So this is what we have. We send the layer below the lip balm. This layer is going to help me know where how to place the triangles where the slides are going to be coming out from. So um so what we do here is, sorry, I'm going to add a few color to this, um, and then change this color to something else, and then we do the same few. Then we can make use of this color. We're just going to be using um dead colors, like colors that are not too saturated but are still close to the already existing one. So something like this would do. Something like this would do. The next one, place it here. I think this is okay. And then the last one, we are going to make this. We're going to make this. Um, I think this no. Let's let's pick this color. Let's go to a different variation of. Okay, this is not bad. Okay, so what we're going to do now is next thing we're going to do is make the lip balm move. Let's delete these two other layers. We're going to make the lip balm move. So we're going to be moving from this keyframe like 1 second. Sorry. We're going to add a rotation keyframe. Bring it here. And then we rotate this here, and then let's see how it is. Okay, so I have an expression that I use to give it that um staggering motion. So this expression is what I'm going to use. We all might know this expression is a popular expression for bouncy movement. So I'm going to add this. Okay, you know what's gonna happen? Control let's control our rotation with a null object. I mean, we learn every day, so we're going to control our motion with a null object. Parent, we parent this to our null object, and then we let's keep this here on a straight line. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we mark a keyframe, a 1 second keyframe, and then we move this way. Okay, and then we alt and you click on the keyframe icon and you paste that expression that we copied. This is kind of slow, so we're going to bring it a little bit closed in. Okay, this is perfect. So the next thing we do is we mark another keyframe here. I'm thinking if we should use a different null object. I think we're going to use a different null object. I mean, this is how we learn every day. So what you're going to do is you duplicate this null object, and then you click U to open the keyframes. What you're going to do is delete the last keyframe. You delete the last keyframe, and you parent the previous null object to the new null object so that it takes up the rotation effect from there. So what we do here is when it moves again. So we're going to rotate it again. Okay. Okay. All right. So we repeat the same process. You duplicate the null object. You delete the last keyframe, and you parent the former null object to the recent one. You move it a little bit further and you rotate one more time. Let's see the momentum. Okay. Okay. No, this is too fast. We'll bring it back. We'll move it forward rather. Okay. And then we duplicate the second one, the third one. Oh, the second one rather. So we're creating the third motion now. And we delete the last keyframe. We parent the former null to the new null, and then we rotate. Okay, so we have this, this, and this. So up next is we're going to be adding tests, inside these halved circles. I mean, these tests are going to be the ingredients that we are used in making the Nivea lip balm. So I think we're just gonna use random ingredients, vitamins, jojoba oil, and all of that stuff. So we'll start with the first. We'll start with the first one. So we use our type tool, and we're gonna use we're gonna use, okay, let's type in first jojoba oil, and then we pick the color from that section, but we're gonna make it lighter. We make it lighter, and what we do is we center this. We're gonna center this. We're gonna center this, and we use the anchor point. Okay, we rotate this, then we rotate it this way. Okay, and then we move it here. Okay, we duplicate, and I think we're going to move the anchor point here now. Move it here. Okay, so we rotate this. I don't know, let's just put in vitamin E. Hopefully that should be one of the ingredients in the lip balm. Okay, we duplicate again, we rotate. What other ingredients can could this have? Let's just go for castor oil. No, castor oil is for hair growth. I don't know. Olive oil. Hopefully, olive oil. Olive. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Olive. And then we're going to duplicate again. We rotate that one more time. Rotate that one more time. This could be shea butter. Shea butter. Rotate. Let's properly align this. Shea butter. Okay. So jojoba oil, vitamin A. We're gonna adjust the colors on this one. So we pick this color here, or we make it lighter. I think it's gonna no. We are gonna make it darker. The olive oil. The olive oil. You pick the color. Pick the color. But then make this a little bit. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. Then the shea butter, it's fine. I think we're going to make some adjustment on that shea butter as well. Okay, this is fine. The vitamin E, this is okay. So we have this, and this. So what we're gonna do next is all of these tests should go under the Nivea. Sorry, all of these tests should go under the Nivea. Okay, and then up next um we're going to track mat the test to there are various sections, like there are half circles. I don't know what this half circle like. These sections, each of their sections, we're going to track mark it to their section. So the the first section here is um this should be layer 5. The first section should be the layer 2. So we're going to track matte the jojoba oil to layer 2 and we turn it back on. So whenever it comes up, we're going to mask it. Whenever it comes up along with it. So on the layer 3, we're going to track matte it to layer 3 and we turn it back on. Olive, we track matte it to layer 4, we turn it back on. Shea butter, we track matte it to layer 5 and we turn it back on. So this was gonna happen. The next phase is where we mask the motion, like whenever it moves to any direction, it's gonna pop out. So what we're gonna do is um we find the null object controllers. This is where the first motion happens. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is where it happens. So what we're going to do here is we look for the jojoba oil, which is the layer 2, and we mask this. Like we make a mask keyframe for it. So what we're going to do now is we pick our pen tool and we do this. We just do it this way. We do it this way. We do it this way. Like a rough mask, it's fine no matter how it comes out. So the first thing we're going to do is we mask path and then we go back to the first keyframe and we try to, you know, we try to bring it down, this way. Okay, so it happens like this, but we're not done. We're still going to add feathers. We add feathers to it so it doesn't really look sharp, like very sharp. So add feathers to it. Okay, we add feathers to it. I think mm, let's make some adjustment to the mask part. We do this. Okay. Okay. And let's see. So this way. So up next is the other vitamin E section. So what we're gonna do now is we create another mask for the vitamin E section, and that's gonna be on layer mask 3. So we click our pen tool and let's look for the next. So this is where it happens. Here, place it here, place it here, place it here, here, and here we do. Okay, so we create we create a we create a keyframe for the mask here. Okay, we create a keyframe for the mask, and um we create a keyframe here. Okay, and then we go back, we try to make adjustments. Sorry, I think there is a mistake. We create a keyframe on this part. So let's see, if hope we haven't tampered with. Okay, so we create a keyframe on this mask on the layer 3. So this is what's gonna happen. Keyframe, and then we go back to the first, and we try to adjust them just like this. Okay, so we're gonna add some feathers. Okay, this is enough. Add some feathers, and over to the next one, we're gonna add a keyframe to the layer 4 as well. It begins from here. We've done this for layer 2. It begins from here. Mask. It begins from here. It begins from here. Sorry. Okay. And then we go back. We go back to where it started. And we make adjustments. We bring it down. Oh, we didn't place a keyframe for it. Sorry. We didn't place a keyframe for it. So we go back and we create a keyframe here. And then we go back. We make the necessary adjustment. Make necessary adjustments just like that. So we add feathers as well. Okay, so the last part is the share butter section. We go to the last keyframe, and we pick our pen tool just like this, just like this. Oh, sorry. Just like this. Just like this, and we go back to the first keyframe. Mark a keyframe here. We go back to the first keyframe, and then we make the necessary adjustment. I know my masking is kind of raw, but the goal is just to get, the whole thing adjusted. So add a keyframe as well. Sorry, a feather. Um, this is no, that's too much. I think we're going to let's make this okay. I wanted to make an adjustment here. I wanted to make an adjustment here, but then if we activate the motion blur, those things are not going to be visible. So we are almost done with the whole thing. This is how it is. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we we need to decrease the feather for this layer. It's a little bit much. Decrease the feather. Okay. So the next thing is to add drop shadow for more realism. Add drop shadow to the Nivea balm. Okay, so the distance and the softness is gonna be not too much. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, simple as that. So um the next thing we're going to do, we have one more task to carry out. So let's collapse this down. So we select all the layers like the half circles, like the divided circles, and then we create a null object. We're going to create a null object. Oh my god. A null object to, we're going to name this transform all. So we're going to select all of these layers and we parent it to the transform all. So we simply go to the transform all and scale it out. Okay. So we have a problem here. We have a problem with the feather. So we go to the last layer and we decrease the feather a little bit. Okay. We decrease the feather a little bit. Okay. And we can as well, let's check this out. Okay. We can as well cut them when they aren't yet visible to hide those errors. So what you do is you come to the first one. This is the first one. This is the first one. And you cut when it's, let's open up the keyframes. You cut when they are only visible. This is the second one. This is first, second. You cut the second one here. Okay. And then the third one, you cut it here. You cut it here. There was a mistake in the numbering when I was trying to divide the circles in Adobe Illustrator. So the fourth one, you cut it here. I think this should fix the whole issue. Okay. Okay, so we have this, this, and this, and the last one. So that's how to create this simple Nivea ad. We could as well make it much better. I mean, you can go creative with this whole thing. So just a simple ad. So I feel like sharing. Hope you like, follow, and you know, share to your friends. Thanks for watching.